everybody, and welcome back to the Monster Madness YouTube channel. So out there in the haunt world, people use objects to scare things and stuff like that. So if you've ever been to a haunted house, you might see that they have horn guns and stuff like that that look just like this. And I'm going to teach you how to make one today for just $30. Okay, so to start with, I got this 12-volt drill from Harbor Freight for $18. I got this Ugo horn from Harbor Freight for $10. So right there, that is $28. These hose clamps for $6. You only really need one, so you could just go to the hardware store and get one for $1. Other than that, I have some tools with me, and then we're going to put it together. So the first thing you're going to do is open the drill. We'll put this aside for later. This is the battery to the drill. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do is take all these screws out of the drill so you can take it apart, including these 4 screws here. Alright, so I had an issue. I can't get this screw and this screw out, but I'm going to see if I can try to work around it and just pull it apart that way. Because this whole thing's going to come out anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. But this is connected to this, so maybe I can grind through it or something. Alright, now pop this guy off. And we will get to the insides of the drill. Alright, so you see this big long thing here? This is the motor. You can pop this right out. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to cut these wires right here, right at the ends. So, let me just get these guys in here. Yeah, so you cut it there, cut it there. This you can save for a future project or whatever you want to do. Doesn't really matter. I don't use this mesh no more because it's sticking here no more. But you could just save this for whatever. It's a motor. You could probably use it for a prop or something. But this is the only pieces that we need. Alright, now we're going to take everything else out. So we're going to take this out and the charger. And we're going to try to keep it in one piece. And the LED right in there. Pop it out just like that. Set to the side. We can take this guy out. We can take this guy out. We don't need this. And set these aside. Alright, now we want to deal with the shell, the casing. So, you want to figure out where your horn's going to sit on here. So I'll get my horn. Basically, you're going to need to take this and put this here, put this piece off to the side, and use that to kind of guide. Where this stops is where you're going to want to stop cutting. So it looks like I want to cut. The perfect place to cut for this is looks like it's going to be right around this warrior sign. So you're going to make a straight line here, and then a straight line going up this way. Same thing on this side where this warning sticker is. Straight line here, straight line up this side, and it should match up, and the horn should fit perfectly. And I'm cutting that out with the rotary tool with a cutting disc. Then when you put it together, the 2 casings together, you should have something like this. Now we're going to go around with a sanding drum on the rotary tool, and we're going to sand this down so it's nice and smooth and you're not going to get cut on it. Alright, now you have this with nice and smooth edges. And your horn should fit nicely on there. Oh, and when you're cutting it, make sure to keep this hole where the switch was, to switch the directions of the drill, in there, because we're going to need that for future use. So now you want to go ahead and start reassembling your drill. You can take this piece, these pieces back, And then once you have everything in place, take your second half of your drill with these 2 wires sticking out here, because we're going to need them. Take your drill and put the top back on it. And now you could screw it all back together. There, and then you should have something like this. Now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take your horn, and we're going to hook up the wires and change the direction of the drill permanently, so that way it sounds right. Because if you have this in the reverse section, it will actually reverse the motor and it won't sound right. So I'll show you how to do that now. So you're going to want to cut and strip your wires. Now you're going to take some spade connectors, ones that will fit onto these little flat parts in the back of the horn, and you're going to hook them to your wires. So you're going to take the red one, which is your positive, you're going to put that in there, and then you're going to take your wire tool again, and you're just going to crimp it on, just like that, and that's stuck on there. So now you're going to test your horn. So you're going to find the positive on the horn, which is right here. We're going to hook it up to a red wire by pushing it on. And your negative, which is the black wire, and putting it on the negative. And it's gonna work either way. You just need to find what sounds right. Now we're gonna take the battery, slide it on, and let's see if we have sound. That sounds like it's going backwards. So we're gonna switch the switch and make it go forward. Let's see if this sounds right. That sounds right. So now we can put this together. So what I decided to do was cut more of this off. Alright, so I basically just made it flush like that. So now I'm going to take this, put this on like this, and now here's where this hole comes in handy. You're going to take one of your hose clamps here, which I have conveniently placed next to me. You're going to take one you think's going to fit around there. You're going to unwind it using a drill. Unwind it so it's loose. You're gonna feed it through the hole and make sure it goes through both sides like that. So it's going through both of them there. And now you're gonna put it back through and you're gonna screw it shut. Alright, and you're going to tighten it. So now that's not going anywhere. And now you're going to take this piece off with your cutting wheel. Now you can put your battery on and give it a test. Perfect. And now you could either be done at this point, or you could paint it up. This is just black. This is white. And the key to doing this is I'm going to press this down, but I'm only going to press it down a little bit so it's going to actually splatter paint it. And I'll show you that. Now I'm going to do the other side. And that's how I'm going to paint it. And there's the final product. So that's how you build a horn gun. So we got this one right here. And we got this one right here with horns. Now this one's done the same way, except you do the same exact thing, put the compressor on, and you just have to run tubes, and you have to tape the horns around it. So that's how to build this one. And I'll show you exactly how loud these are. I'll bring them outside, and I'll go quite a far away so you can see how loud they are. So that's it. Now go annoy your siblings with the horn gun we just built. And until next Saturday, stay spooky.